The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hope that Saint... Wait, what the heck?
Well. We have a very interesting video planned this week. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dana, aka Blondie Knots here on YouTube, and in today's video we are going to be making probably the weirdest, ugliest Christmas pattern I have ever found, and it comes out of a 1975 McCall's magazine. Just for reference, this is the page we are going to be working off of. Also, if you're interested in more of a deep dive into this magazine, you can go check out my video from a couple of weeks ago where we actually went through almost page by page of this magazine, and we kind of laughed and chatted about any of the funny, ridiculous things that they were talking about in 1975. But in today's video, we are just solely focusing on this page of the stockings. As you can see, we have some really cute ones, like we have an ice skate, this little baseball cleat, we have some Mary Janes, but we also have this foot. Why does this foot exist in this magazine? I couldn't tell you, but the second I saw this, I knew it was something we had to make together, because what the heck is that? Honestly, I am someone who is kind of afraid of feet, so I'm not loving this pattern by any means, but I found it so funny and so obscure that we had to make it together. So that's what we're going to be making in this video. For this particular pattern, I wanted to make this foot kind of honestly look just like the magazine one. So I went to Joann's and I tried to find the closest color to the tone of the skin in this pattern, and I found this. So this is going to be Big Twist Value. This is just an acrylic yarn, but it is the Value Pound Plus. So I'm going to be using this color. It is in the colorway Cream. It is not the perfect color for a more pale skin tone, but it is, like I said, the closest I could find. You're kind of limited in skin tone options at Joann's. This unsettling beige color is going to work as the base color of our stocking. And then I'm thinking I'm going to do kind of a red toenail like they did in the pattern here. But the kind of fun things I plan on adding is maybe a toe ring, something like that. If you really wanted to go above and beyond, we could add leg hair to the actual leg of the stocking. I don't know what direction this pattern is going to take me in. All I know is that I wanted to give it a shot, and so I thought, what better way to do that than with you, my friend? So that's really all I have to say about it. We're going to hop right into the video. I'm going to sit here, start working up the pattern. I'm going to read out what our first directions are, how we need to start this, etc., etc., and we will just go from there. Really quickly too, I thought I would share with you the stocking that was made in 1975 by my grandmother. So this is it, and she made this for my dad, who was a football player, and so obviously this was a very appropriate stocking for him. I think after he got this stocking this year, this was the only stocking he used for literally the rest of his life. This is the only stocking I ever remember him using, so it's very special. I'm very glad we have it, and I'm excited to make it a mate. So this pattern is actually quite straightforward. The only things we need in this pattern are whatever color we're going to be using for the actual foot. You need a small amount of color for the toenails, and then a size G hook and some fiber stuffing. So that's all that they need us to have for this pattern, which is great. And to start it, all we have to do is chain 43, slip stitch to make it a circle, and then we are going to single crochet 42 around, and we're gonna do that for 26 rows. That is our first plan. There's also a really foul ankle bone we have going on here that they're gonna want us to put on. I'm sure we will, just because it makes it even uglier, which right when you think this can't get uglier, it finds a way. So we'll probably do that.
Oh, 1975 dust.
We are off to make a foot. By the way, in case you didn't know, because I didn't know, G is a 4.25 millimeter hook. So we're already changing the pattern a little bit. I'm gonna use a 5 just because I have a nice 5 millimeter hook I like, and I will be using my row counter to keep track of rows because I want to be responsible in this pattern and not forget where I'm at halfway through. guys, so as you saw, we have quite a foundation set for our foot. Really interestingly, originally I thought we would work the stocking from top to bottom and then work the foot out, but we're actually working in really interesting sections in my opinion. Personally, we're making the actual foot first, then I turned and made this heel, and now we are working the actual stocking portion here. It's pretty small, to be honest. It's not as wide as I thought it would be. I'm also really glad I sized up in my hook size. The toes are gonna come out here like this. Yeah, so it's just looking really disturbing as we all assumed it would. I have kind of thrown around the idea in my head of like doing some kind of a foot or ankle tattoo on here, like embroidering one. I think that could be kind of funny to do. Add a little something. I have tattoos on my legs, so I was kind of thinking about like legs and feet and stuff, sadly. But you know, that's what we're doing this week. So I was thinking about how can I make this more fun if I don't do body hair, and I thought about tattoos. So I don't know, I'm throwing some ideas up, but I am making good progress nonetheless. I am on round 22. I'm about to start round 22 of 60. I need to do 60 rounds to get the whole length of the stocking here. If 60 is not enough, maybe I'll do a little more, but we'll definitely see. And then we start right into the toes. So that's our next step. And then we only have toenails and an ankle bone left. The ankle bone is going to be really hellacious like I showed you, but we're going to add it because the uglier the better with this project. I truly feel I'm just going to start cruising along on this. Like I said, I have 60 rounds in a continuous round of beige to work, which is no fun to watch. Luckily, editing magic will meet back up with you in a couple of seconds once this whole thing is done. But for me, I'm going to take a little bit of time, watch some true crime, and get this leg worked up. Could you think of a better way to spend your Wednesday? Okay guys, it's Tootsie time. So I have the whole entire leg of the stocking done. I'm gonna show it to you now. It's skinny, like it's giving chicken leg. I keep rereading it and I did do it right. I was actually so concerned why mine was so different than my grandma's. I went and looked at the one she made, and the one she made with the sock is actually constructed a completely different way. So I did have to push hers aside and not think about it anymore. I also looked at the picture, and the one in the picture is also skinny. So this is correct. It just looks really small for some reason. I don't know. Here's the opening of it. I mean, it's still a decent size, but smaller than I would think a stocking would be, but this isn't really supposed to be your average stocking, I don't think. So today is all about working the toes. That's all we're doing today. I have the pattern open and out to the page I need to be working on. Looks fairly simple. Looks like we just need to make a magic ring, crochet 8 around, then do some increases, and then 9 more rows. That makes the big toe, and then you work the same exact pattern all the way down to the pinky toe. Then we will make the toenails after that, and then of course the good old ankle bone, and then we just need to finish it all by assembling it, which is crazy. I really anticipated this pattern taking a lot longer than this. I also way overestimated the amount of yarn I would need. I don't know, they didn't say, and for some reason I just assumed it was going to be a larger project, so that was on me, but I'm sure I will use this color for something else. Yeah, we are just ready to hop right into the toe part, and then we will decide on whether or not we're going to do any accessories like toe rings, tattoos, whatever. We'll see how it looks on the piece. Anyway, I'm gonna get working on these toes. My goal is to finish this today, so let's see how that goes. I would love to have this done, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, here we go. And it's kind of like as if this pattern couldn't have gotten more disturbing. Somehow it did. Adding these painted toenails on has actually like made me lose my appetite. They're so gross. I really don't like feet. So I think that's probably where a lot of this is coming from. But I have all the toes done and they are sewn on. So we are good to go there. The next step is really just assembling everything. This looks so weird. The next step is assembling everything together. So what I'm gonna do is sew the toes onto the top of the foot, and then we'll start stuffing everything. Then we'll put the ankle bone on, stuff that, end up sewing that up, and then we'll go for our accessory details after that. I wanted to just tell you how not easy this pattern is to follow, because it's not like nowadays where we're so cutesy, so sweet, we write out every single thing, so it's very easy to understand, stitch count, everything. On here, it's literally like single crochet 8 into the circle for rounds 2 through 4, increase 3 stitches in each round, somewhere, doesn't tell you where, until you have 17 stitches. Where are we getting 17 from if we're starting at 8? Where do you want me to put the 3 increases on every single round? Like, hello, help. Like, I get they wanted to condense it onto this little page, but wow. I just don't come across patterns that are written like that anymore, so it's very interesting. I thought I'd share that with you. They wanted me to keep the toe nails in like a circle, if you can look at that. But something about that is worse. Like, no one has a circular toenail, so I folded them in half and put them on like that, except for like this one I didn't have to fold in half, but these, I don't know. So it's really quite a sight, but I would have done them differently had I had written this pattern, but I'm following exactly as 1975 wants me to. So let's sew this together and see what we got. Alright guys, obviously it's a new day. I wanted to stop filming because it was getting so dark out, and you know the drill, I'd rather not film in the dark if I don't have to. So since I didn't, I just decided to turn the camera off and we'd pick back up today. So here we are. I have the foot assembled. It's here. I had to switch the ankle bone because I accidentally put it on the other side of the foot originally, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's not how a foot works. So we moved it. Now it's here like that. I have it all stuffed. It said to put a piece of cardboard at the bottom to like kind of hold the shape. Look at this. It's really something, this look. Me and my husband were laughing about this. This is the ugliest thing I have absolutely ever made, but kind of in the best way. Like, it's funny. So I ended up embroidering this tattoo on the ankle last night. I don't know. I think I like it. It kind of adds just like one more little thing to it. I think I'm going to take a Sharpie though and like write mom in it. Like, you know, the classic mom heart tattoo. I think I'm going to try that. I'm a little bit afraid in case I ruin it, but I don't know. It might work. We'll see. I'm nervous. And then I want to figure out a toe ring. So I could like technically get my bead kit out and make one. I don't know if I really feel like doing that. I also have this little keychain clip thing we could probably use as some kind of a toe ring, except for it's really thin. So I also have one of my rings. Where did I put it? Somewhere. Oh, here. One of my rings, and it's one of those ones that you can like pull apart and make larger. So I pulled it all the way apart already, and I was just going to try to push it on there and see what that looks like. So we will do that first. And let's see. Oh yeah, it fits perfectly actually. There we go. All right, so with it pulled all the way apart, it does fit. Looks like that. Goes with the Christmas theme because we've got the green and then the red toes, of course. The toenails really, I think is what pushed this over the edge of being ugly. But there we go with the toe ring. I was trying to get an anklet, only there's no good size. Like, all of my bracelet sizes are way too small, and then my necklaces are just a little bit too short to go around twice, and one time just isn't enough. So that's too bad, but oh well, we did what we could. Now I just need to write that in, and then I guess this is done. So we'll take a final look at it, see what we think. I'm probably gonna add a little loop up here so it could hang like this. And then I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this afterward. So that's fun. All right, let me do that really quick, and we'll meet back up, take a final look at it, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, see you in 1 second. that is it. That is our vintage crochet pattern from 1975. The foot edition. Let me know what your final thoughts are. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this stocking. If you find it grotesque, if you like it. I posted a little bit of a teaser on Instagram and a lot of people seem to be liking it and thinking it's cute, so glad to hear that. My thoughts have changed slightly after stuffing it. This might be a hot take, but once I put the gifts in it and stuff, I don't know, it really kind of made it feel a lot more cutesy and homemade Christmas stocking vibes than it does kind of scary foot look. So I don't know, I have some mixed feelings on it now that the gifts are in here, but it's still fun. It's exactly, I feel like, what I needed the week before Christmas. And yeah, just a good laugh all around. I will say, once I was stuffing this stocking actually holds a lot more than I thought. So you can actually fit a good amount of stuff in this stocking, which I'm, like I said, am surprised to find out after I was calling it a chicken leg. I will say I love the tattoo. I think it added something to it. I like the toe ring. I really think it came together exactly as needed to. If you guys like this video, maybe next year we'll try making another one of those stockings from there, or maybe we can find another crochet vintage pattern somewhere else. Maybe I'll keep my eye out this year and see if I can find any more crochet magazines at like thrift stores or antique shops, stuff like that, and we can try one of those again. But it was really fun. I'm so glad I did it. I don't know what I'll do with it, to be honest. If any of you really like it, maybe I'll list it on Etsy for you to pick up for a really low price, because I really don't think I have a purpose for this, and if you love it, I think I'd love for you to have it. So glad we took a try on this, and I can't wait to hear all your thoughts and opinions down below. If you are new here and you feel like sticking around, don't forget to subscribe. I put out new videos every Monday and occasionally on Thursdays. They're always crochet knit related, and we have a lot of fun here. I'm looking so forward to this new year with you guys. I can't wait to see all the things we create and do and build our community together. I will be back next Monday, but Thursday I will be off. So you won't see me Thursday, but Monday I'll be back. I have a studio vlog for you, so we'll have some fun things going on in that. Please have a safe and happy holiday. I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Thank you so much for letting me take up a little bit of your time here on the internet, and I will see you in Monday's video. Bye!
I can't hold it.